Join us June 15th through the 18th at Sparrowhawk Campgrounds for Rock the River 2023 with the Cottonmouth Kings, Josie Scott, Paralandra, and Tantric. It's time to grab the axe and rock the dad bods with the Almas, Magdalene Rose, Awaken the Giant, Shelter and Play, Seventh Day Slumber, and over 24 local and regional bands. Rock the River 2023, June 15th through the 18th in Tallahassee. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Surviving Rocklahoma, your official podcast of Rocklahoma. I am your host with the locks that rocks, Adam Richmond, and it is a Tuesday night. It's a special night tonight, but, I had some stuff going on last night so I just couldn't live stream, but that is totally fine. Here we are. We've got a loaded show for you. I see a ton of you already in the comments. What is up, everybody? Let me just see who all is in there. I see Heath Watson. What is up? To Camp Black Pearl. I see Chris Roberts from Camp Kinklahoma. Jason Polk, one of our proud sponsors of Surviving Rocklahoma, Camp ROK-A-VET, and Mrs. Wadsworth is there too. What's up, Brandy? Heather West, Jason Troyer, Ryan Rain, Cali Girl, the Gypsies are in there. I see Scott Bond from the Outlaw Devils is tuning in to us live on YouTube. Remember, folks, we are multi-streaming. We're not just Facebook anymore. We are truly, like our logo has said for some time, we are on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. We're also, the following day, go out to all of the podcast networks. So it doesn't matter where you get your streaming on-demand content. Surviving Rocklahoma is there. What is up? Oh, I love seeing all of this and love the love that I get from all of you watching this and Ted Lasso right now. Alrighty, folks. So, as I was saying, we've got a packed show. We're going to talk about 3 local festivals, as we have been. We're going to be talking about Rock the River, Rocklahoma, of course, and, of course, Born and Raised, as well as Rock the Equinox, and 3 of those 4 festivals that we're going to be discussing that we're going to be discussing. How disgusting we get out there. We've got Mad Libby from Rock the River's lineup. From Rocklahoma's lineup, we've got Nova Rex, and for Rock the Equinox, we got my man and his awesome band, Open Addiction, with a new track that I haven't heard until just today. And I've got to say, man, there's so much emotion that carries out in those vocals every time. And we're going to be bringing you that towards the end of the show. But aside from that, folks, we are going to go ahead and start getting this show on the road here in a bit. But first, we've got to take care of our wonderful sponsors. And first up, we've got DEB Concerts, who answers the question, what do you want to do with your life?
I want to rock!
And Rocky has been doing over the last couple of years. Now, he's been a long time figure in Rocklahoma, powering one of those side stages. And most recently, he got some new digs. I'm talking about the Roadhouse that is now housing the DEB concert stage at Rocklahoma. And he also brought some amazing legends through to the BOK Center last year. We're, of course, transcending genres. Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube. Before that, a couple of years ago, he brought Nelly. And then last year, he brought the legends of metal Megadeth and In Flames. And then let's not forget Bret Michaels and LA Guns. And he used to rock the Ideal Ballroom all the time. You never know what's going to be next, so I suggest you go make sure that you follow the, DEB Concerts on Facebook. And speaking of Rocklahoma, our next sponsor, At Your Service Rentals.
Dinner was full!
Well, you don't have to deal with a full shitter, because all you got to do is go to aysrentals.com and fill out these forms, okay? You can reserve your own portable restroom for Rocklahoma and Born and Raised music festivals, so you don't have to share those plastic portable porta potties with anybody. You know what I'm saying? You got your own, and you even get your own little lock. So if you are like us and you get a lot of your best friends and combine your campsites, it is more than worth it to everybody split, go in and divvy up the cost of a portable restroom, and you can rent those by going to aysrentals.com, not only for Rocklahoma, but also for Born and Raised. Now, you see him in the comments. Also want to give a huge shout out to Camp ROK-A-VET, who has been facilitating getting veterans to concerts and festivals. And over the last couple of years, we've given away over 50 passes on this podcast alone, and he works with other folks as well. It's not just exclusive to me, folks. That's how generous these guys are, because music is medicine, and they want to make sure that medicine gets to all those folks who fought for us. And they are also going to be at Rock the River coming up here in next month, just in a couple of weeks. And they're going to be helping out Surviving Rocklahoma, as they're going to be running our registration booth to help get us civilians and veterans who went to Rocklahoma 2022, so you guys can have a chance to win one of two of these guitars that I've been talking about giving away for almost a year now. And since Rocklahoma 2023, and these things, I don't have the list right now, but a handful of Rocklahoma 2022 lineup artists signed these guitars. One is going to go to a civilian who just went, or all you veterans out there, you get an extra chance, because one guitar is going to be given away exclusively to a veteran, and Camp ROK-A-VET is helping us with that registration. Thank you so much, guys. I didn't have time to get the graphics up yet, but this week we've also got 2 new sponsors, everybody. Yeah, man. I tell you what, we are so excited about our 2 new sponsors. First up, we've got the Rocklahoma Bitches. Now, you know what? I can't do it justice. I tell you what. Hey, Eternal Frequency, help me out with this one.
Rocklahoma Bitches.
That's right. That's how we do it. Those folks signed that guitar, by the way, and Rocklahoma Bitches donated one of those guitars we're going to be giving away next month. And Eternal Frequency and a whole host of other bands signed those. So I am so glad to be working with these wonderful girls. They're not making anything off it, folks. They just do it because they love the party and the community. And so they just spread that positive energy, and that's something I am all about. So glad to have Rocklahoma Bitches as a proud surviving Rocklahoma sponsor. Also, we got the big old bus. Rocklahoma's big old bus is now a surviving Rocklahoma sponsor, and we are so happy to be working with these fine folks as they just provide so much entertainment across genders, and it's just I don't even know how I'm going to describe these guys. It's just something you have to see in person. But they do so many events for us fun-loving adults who like to get a little risque and I don't know. These guys are just so awesome. If you haven't seen them, if you pass by between VIP and the GA at Rocklahoma, you cannot miss this giant orange bus with the stripper pole. They always pull in such a huge crowd. We're so glad to be working with them. And they are also going to be working with Camp ROK-A-VET this year, as that's where you're going to register to get those guitars, is at the big old bus at Rock the River 2023. Gotta see it to believe it. That is absolutely true. And even when you get there, you are not quite sure if you're gonna believe what you see. It is epic. And that does kind of bring us into our show. So I tell you what, everybody, there's something we always do each and every week. We crack open a cold one as we discuss the rock music scene, as it were, and we're going to jam out to some tunes as well. So get that refreshment, everybody. Here we go, y'all. Want you all drinking tonight? Drop it in the comments. We need to get us a beer sponsors. That's what we need to do, so I'm not paying for my own alcohol. Yes, Jason Polk's absolutely correct. The big old bus will be Quail's Nest, row 1. See, drunk Cracker Bob. I don't know what that is. Hey, Lori Brass is drinking some iced tea, but it's not the twisted kind, because I've seen Lori, and I have a feeling she don't need a can of twisted tea, man. She'll just twist you, just sober as a judge, man. She'll just rip you apart, and she gets mad enough. I see a bunch of emojis popping through the chat, so that must be Mr. Bo Cock-and-Balls is in the live stream. What's up, Brent Morris? Michelob Ultra, gotta keep that Rocklahoma body ready. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad that my Rocklahoma body is a dad bod, so I'm drinking these yellow bellies so I can grow my tan. I need to tan this belly. What are you guys doing to prepare this summer for the festival season? That's what we're going to be talking about, is your summer survival guide. We've got several festivals coming up. There's all kinds of summer activities, such as, lakes and rivers, going out backroading in the evenings, bonfires. I mean, there's just so many things going on during the summer to get you out with your friends, your family, and nothing goes better with a good time like some live music. And that's one thing that we're all about here, loud, local, and live. And so with that being said, we like to share ideas. And on our Facebook group, the Rocklahoma Campgrounds Map, we've been sharing some DIY hacks, and we would love to see what you guys accomplish. Do you have a little trick, a little thing that you've done or you've learned to use and it's just been life-saving for you out at the Rocklahoma or other music festivals? Make yourself a TikTok and send it. Or you can even just show us a picture, share us your stories, and email survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. We would like to see how you guys survive the festival season. Kristen Hopkins has got his tank ready for Rock the River, getting all the camping stuff ready for all the lake and river trips, Sarah says. I agree. Jason of ROK-A-VET said he's got a freaking epic kayak coming. It's almost here. It's over in Tulsa, so hopefully you get that soon, because I know you've got to be like a kid waiting on Christmas. Now, I got mine. We've got the official Surviving Rocklahoma kayak. Now, I need a name for this thing. It's already got a face. It's lean and mean. I'm going to be tearing up the river at Rock the River. We're also going to be bringing it to the lake at Lake John Wells and Stigler for Rock the Equinox. The SS Dingbat, it was one that got thrown around. The best name, there we go. We're going to name my kayak, not name my yak. There we go. We'll do a poll on Facebook, and
Giggity.
Yeah, we're going to do a poll, and you guys are going to name it, and we'll have to think of some kind of cool prize or something for whoever names the kayak. Because when we went to Rock Island in Key West, Florida, along with Rebel Angel of photography by Angel Lee, we rocked the yacht, right? And you saw that freaking awesome boat, but you're going to be floating aside that boat at Rock the River here next month, June 16th through the 18th. And we're just going to be having an epic time out there. Bo Cockenball says, Falcon kayaks made in the USA. Lori Brass says, Rock the Knox, baby. Chris Roberts says, I learned not to drink a shit ton of monsters. You know what that is? Is it true that if you drink a shit ton of monsters, that leaves you with a monster-sized, just never mind. We don't need those details. I hope that experience was okay, getting that all out your body. I know you did, Chris. So now, first up, we like I said, we were talking about, surviving these festivals. One thing that we've got in common amongst all of our different festivals we're talking tonight is camping. And now is the time. You are running out of time. I know I've absolutely dropped the ball, and my pop-up camper is not even roadworthy yet. And hopefully none of you are in that same situation. So it is time right now to get all that camping equipment out in the backyard. Set it all up. Go camping in the backyard for a night. It's something fun that you could do with the kids. And test out all of that camping gear. This is going to be the time where you're going to find all of those holes in the inflatable air mattresses, the rat holes in your tents, insects or termites in the RV. Maybe the air conditioner is not working anymore. These are things that you got to do now so that you're not getting out in the middle of a field in Pryor, Oklahoma, or the middle of the Illinois River, and your camping gear is just no good, and then you're stuck there. I've seen it happen, folks, and it sucks. Also, we are going to be talking about some other things. Let's go ahead and move on into this next segment, and I'm talking about Rock the River, full of camping, floating, live music. And I believe they've even got some vendors there, too. Let me go ahead and get this lineup posted up here. Yes, sir. We got Paralandra, Josie Scott, the original voice of Saliva, Paralandra, Tantric, Seventh Day Slumber Shelter in Place. We got a whole bunch of them, guys, and we're all going to be camping out at the Sparrowhawk campgrounds on the Illinois River here in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. You can still get your passes. You need to go to the website. It's on your screen right now, RockTheRiverFest.com, so that you know, they could sell out. I mean, there's only so many people that they can pack in a campground. And I've seen the area where they're going to be having, you know, their main stage and all of the festival stuff, as well as a smaller intimate stage, which they had to grow. Even their small stage had to get an upgrade just for this festival. And John Townsend and Asa and all of the gang down at the Sparrowhawk camp has been working every day getting ready for this festival, and I am so excited. My camping trip got rained out for next week, so I'm going to be going that much harder at Rock the River because I am so ready to get out and hang out with my Rocklahoma family here. Now, remember, if you are going to be floating, there are some laws that you will have to obey. The GRDA does patrol the river. So if you are in a floating craft of any sort, whether it be canoe, kayak, raft, or anything, you've got to have those PFDs, those personal flotation devices. You have to have one on the vessel. And I haven't been in a while. You may have to be wearing it at all times. I don't think so, but you need to have them and have them close. That is something you will get tickets for. Also, remember, on the river, no glass, liquor, or weapons or anything of that nature. Bring cans. Cans are fine, but please, folks, don't make me be that Indian in the old commercials with looking around what everybody left my river in trash, and I'll have a single tear as we all clean it up, okay? Be good stewards of the land, because we are going to keep you floating down that river, having a fantastic time with all of your friends. So just please do us a favor. Don't trash our beautiful scenic river. Waterproof sunscreen is one that I see some folks in the comments mentioning. After an all-night bender on Saturday and then sleeping 2 hours, and I thought it was a great idea to, holy crap, shotgun 4 Munsters Sunday, and 2 hours later I was puking. Oh my gosh, Chris. Yeah, that's one. I'm going to live that lesson vicariously through you, buddy. I'm going to pass on that one, but with as much love and respect as possible. I mean, that's funny. Yes, Brandy also mentions wet bags, and you can get these things at Walmart for like $11, and you get 3 bags. You get a big one, a medium size, and a small one, and then you cinch it up, it closes up, and it's waterproof. You can have your change of clothes, a dry towel, and whatever you need for whenever the trip is over. And also, don't forget those waterproof cases, you know, for your cell phone and all of those other things that you don't want to get wet, especially that medication. I would probably make sure you all put your phones in Ziploc bags or they will get wet. You do not have to wear it, but it has to be with you. So keep those PFDs with you anytime that you are floating the Illinois River. Now, when we're done with that float trip, which, you know, Rock the River is the 15, what was the days there? 15th through the 18th. I had to double check, even though I made a commercial not a week ago. The 15th through the 18th, where there's going to be plenty of float trips. Come back and then head on up to, you know, the main campgrounds area for some live music. And we've got a lot of folks. You see the lineup right there. And I think it's time for us to have ourselves a little taste of music. So, representing this week for Rock the River, aptly titled. Here is Mad Libby with Let's Begin.
1, 2, 3, 4!
And that was Mad Libby with it. Let's Begin. And what a way to kick off our show with our first musical feature, aptly titled. Man, what about that? Those vocals, man. Well, you're going to be able to catch them next month here in Tahlequah on the Illinois River at Rock the Equinox, the 15th through the 18th. At Sparrowhawk Campgrounds. I'm going to go ahead and get that one off of there now. Yeah, show us some love, y'all. Let's see those emojis in the comments, those reactions. So, we're also in September, Labor Day weekend. We've got, a little festival called Rocklahoma that is going to be just amazing. I mean, Godsmack, Pantera, Rob Zombie, Limp Bizkit, Bush, Chevelle, Corey Taylor. Corey Taylor's got a new track a new song that came out. I just got the press release the other day. I need to get the okay to play it. Who knows who we are going to be interviewing this year at Rocklahoma 2023. Now, my first year that I got photo for Rocklahoma, I got to shoot Slipknot, a band that was also at my first concert, Edge Fest at Mohawk Park, 1997, when Slipknot was just coming out. And so it'd be so full circle if I finally got to sit down with the man Corey F. and Taylor, man. Also, we got Daughtry, Theory of a Dead Man, another personal favorite of mine. I mean, every time I'm in the car, whether it be RX or Hallelujah or any of the other amazing tracks that these folks have, the vocals on them are just insane. We've also got Ministry, Asking for Alexandria, Code Orange, and The Who. What, didn't The Who get added recently? Oh, I need to look at that one. Mammoth WVH is also going to be there. The son of the late, great Eddie Van Halen will also be there. Gonna go to Freaks on Parade in Texas the weekend before Rocklahoma, Brandy says. Pantera, Rob Zombie, Alice Cooper, let us know. Yes, Ministry. Christy says this year will be effing epic. Yes, they will. You know what? Let me check on something really quick. I was thinking, but who knows what I was drinking or medicating with or otherwise. I mean, I could have swore we got somebody added recently to the lineup. Rocklahoma.com. Remember, folks, always get your source, your information directly from Rocklahoma.com. Please. And now, if you would like to go a little bit extra, then you can come and check out the official podcast of Rocklahoma by going to survivingrocklahoma.com. Brent Morris says, yes, they did. First time seeing Ministry. So stoked. Corey Taylor, Lip Biscuit. Chris says, yeah. Let me see. Yes, they did. So, yeah, we're getting The Who. They're coming back for a second year. And don't forget that we got to sit down with my first international interview with the legendary Who. And I got to sit down with Timka. Ironically enough, folks, Timka of The Who signed the 2 guitars that we're going to be giving away at Rock the River. But hopefully I get to sit down with him again and follow up to our interview. You can catch that interview on the YouTube channel. Just go to Surviving Rocklahoma on YouTube and search The Who, and you'll find our podcast. It's their 3rd year, LOL. Ministry rules. Yes, they do. Man, Ministry is some old school industrial, man. I absolutely love them. And if you're going to be, the cool thing about Rocklahoma, though, as much as we talk about the lineup to many of us is irrelevant. I mean, it doesn't matter who's playing or who's not playing. We're going to be there because the campgrounds community there is just unlike anywhere else. It's a culture in itself. I mean, it birthed this show. That's where this show was conceived. So, we're going to be having, we have a directory, a map where you can find all of, the cool parties, and even if they're not a party, they go all out. It's like tailgating times 10. You know what I'm saying? So head on over to survivingrocklahoma.com, click on Rocklahoma Campgrounds map, and on that page, we've got an aerial view, which ironically is one that Rocklahoma Music Festival has adopted. It's one you see on their website as well as it's what they use for their staff. So this thing has grown. I'm the third generation of person, running the map. So it wasn't just me. It's very much a team effort, and especially this year, who I took on some help last year, and this year I turned them loose and let them do almost all of it, and I just kind of pieced it together and brought it to you folks. Darren made us an amazing forms to where if you want to be on that map, you just go to that page and there's a Google form at the bottom of it. You fill that out. It'll go to us and either Darren or Fallon, who has been instrumental on keeping everything organized for us this year and keeping me in the loop with all of these parties and everything going on. Those two have came together and provided me with all the information we needed to get this map on our webpage. So it's no longer housed on Facebook as an Excel spreadsheet. It's now in PDF form, so you can just open it up on your phone, and then you can spread your thumbs out or together. And you can zoom in and zoom out, and so that you can find out where all of these fun little parties are and where everything's at. We've also had a couple of folks, not to get ruin the mood, but we've lost a couple of friends and family over the last couple of years, people that were very near and dear to our hearts. And one of the things that I'm honored to keep going is the annual Naughty Mile. This is something that I didn't originate. This isn't my brainchild. A couple of wonderful ladies, Fireball and Heather, and several other folks who put this thing together several years ago. And we just keep it going as a tradition, because Rocklahoma was on Memorial Day, and it was all about remembering. And even though we're on Labor Day now, we got a lot of our Rock family that would be here if they could. And it's in that spirit that we carry them with us across the festival property in what has become known as the Naughty Mile, and it's legitimately at a mile. We'll leave at Camp Corruption in the VIP camping and walk across the main strip, and we'll end up somewhere around Flocking Nightmare, I believe. We'll get those information, get those details when they're set in stone, and we usually do them on a Saturday. Now, the great thing about it, Rocklahoma and the walk that it's named after is all about celebrating individuality, loving the skin that you're in, flaws and all. It doesn't matter if you're a supermodel. It doesn't matter if you're a 10 or a 2. You love yourself. And so it's in that tradition and in the tradition of Naughty, who used to do undie marathons to bring awareness. You're invited to walk in your skivvies or a costume, or even if you don't want to walk in your underwear, you can just walk dressed down. Who knows? But in any case, the Naughty Mile has always been known as an undie run or undie walk as we walk across the campus. Now, there are also some really cool things. We shared them in the Rocklahoma Campgrounds map. We are not endorsed by this company. They're not a sponsor or anything like that, but they make pictures, the portraits on a paddle. So you can carry around your friend's face along the thing. And so we think that would be absolutely perfect for what we do, so that we can have those faces in the crowd as we walk across. And I think that would be absolutely no, Chris. We're not naked. There's only so much that you can show before people get offended or security throws you out. So please obey standard. Yeah, I got nothing on that one. You got me, dude. You got me. Speaking of, Rocklahoma is coming up around the bend. We featured a lot of artists from Rocklahoma in the past, and this week we're going to keep that tradition alive. We've got somebody from the lineup that reached out recently and let us know that they've got some really cool things coming up, including they've got a documentary that has been shot about these guys, and it's going to be, I believe, released in July, and they've also got a new music video that'll also be debuting in July. But for now, we're going to bring you one of the last videos that they had put out straight from your Rocklahoma lineup, folks. This is Nova Rex with Time Is Up For You.
Baby. Tick tock, tick tock.
What's the matter? Just what's your problem?
And that was some fabulous glam rock brought to you by Nova Rex with Time Is Up For You, but it is not up for you to check out the rest of their stuff on Facebook. And while you're at it, give them some love, give them some reacts, everybody. Thank you, fake studio audience. I appreciate it. Yes, we are chugging on through the show, and I forgot to mention, y'all, for you rockers out there, if you want to go to Rocklahoma 2023 on me. Well, not on me, on Rocklahoma. I've got my final pair of Rocklahoma GA passes that I'm going to be giving away next week. And I'm thinking of something fun. These first three were extremely easy to win. Literally, all you had to do was watch the stream. So you know what? I'm going to make you work for this one. This time, I've got a challenge for you. So this one's going to be fun. It's going to be light-spirited, but you're going to have to work for it. You're going to be a little creative. And watch the Facebook page, because tomorrow I will be making an announcement. I'm going to tell you just how you can win that final pair of Rocklahoma 2023 general admission passes, courtesy of Rocklahoma, via Surviving Rocklahoma, and you'll get those details tomorrow. But for now, I think it is time for us to go ahead and talk about another little music festival that we like to talk about, and it is Rock the Equinox. Rock the Equinox 2023, just like the previous two. It's going to be camping. This is a big year, folks, to get that camping equipment. Tents, RVs, campers that you've been trying to convince yourself you don't need, but I'm just giving you 3 reasons to buy them. Take your whole family down to Lake John Wells in Stigler, Oklahoma for a weekend of free camping, a lake, live music, and they've got some food trucks, and I'm also bringing a couple of my bouncy houses too. Folks, it is fun for the whole family. Load them up all down with you and bring them on down to Lake John Wells and Stigler for Rock the Equinox. And I've been coming to that festival for several years. I absolutely love it. It is so much fun. My kids have fun. You just go down there. If it gets hot, you go jump in the lake. If you just want to relax under the shade, there's plenty of trees out there. The little ones are going to have a bounce house to jump on, and everybody gets to rock out as they've got that stage. And in years past, when it's rained, that was not a problem. They just moved from the flatbed trailer underneath the pavilion, and we rocked out anyway. So, rain or shine, we're going to be at Rock the Equinox in Stigler. Here, let's bring this lineup. Where is my graphic? Oh, no, I don't have it here. So sorry about that. Maybe it's on this one. Nope. Anyway, we've got some great artists that are going to be playing this weekend, and it's like a rock reunion. So after everyone goes crazy at Rocklahoma, you can bring your families to this one, and everyone will be so fatigued from festival season that they won't go that hard. So it's all right. You won't quite need a babysitter for Rock the Equinox. I do want to play another video because we just packed them this week, y'all. We've got so much music for you guys, and this one is coming from Rock the Equinox. I covered these guys, and it was actually one of the last bands I covered when I actively wrote on the website. I'm so ashamed to say I'm so far behind on writing reviews and features. Maybe some of you guys are good at writing, or maybe you've wanted to dabble in some journalism. Well, if you pick a local artist or go to a local live show and email me your review, your story, your coverage for a chance to be featured on survivingrocklahoma.com. But in the meantime, I've got a good friend from Arkansas, who has got some extremely powerful vocals that'll, it'll just, it'll touch your soul, I tell you. Rounding out the night's musical feature is Open Addiction with My Hell. And once again, that was Open Addiction with My Hell. You'll be seeing them at Rock the Equinox 2023. They are an up-and-coming band, and I absolutely love them. And this guy just lives music. He cranks out just fat beats like nothing. You need to go check out my man Justin from Open Addiction. I see all of you folks in comments counting down the days till Rocklahoma. Don't forget, next week right here on Surviving Rocklahoma, I'll be giving away another set of tickets. Now, to qualify for those general admission tickets to Rocklahoma 2023, you've got to be following the Facebook page, because tomorrow I'm going to announce the details on how you're going to be able to earn those tickets. And every week we like to just say thank you so much for supporting this project of mine. It keeps me going a lot of times. I love doing this stuff. The support I get from you folks is just absolutely amazing, and I am so looking forward to hanging out with you fine folks at one of these 3 music festivals this summer, and Rock the River will be the first one. So hopefully I'm going to be floating the river with you folks here in my hometown of Tahlequah. I know I'm kind of going all out on the kayak. I'm kind of tricking it out and decorating it because I'm extra AF and I don't care what anyone thinks about it. And I hope to see some of you as well. If you own your own flotation device that you're going to be floating down the river, let's see what you can do with them. See some really cool and standout flotation devices coming down the Illinois River June 15th through the 18th. And if you would like to be one, just like any of these other musical artists that we featured here on the show, it is easy to get featured on this podcast because we support local music, loud, local, and live, and all you gotta do is submit your music. SurvivingRocklahoma@gmail.com. We are also going to be branching out into country within the next month or so, and so we've got some red dirt artists that we're going to be bringing you as well. So if some of you folks are getting excited for Born and Raised Music Festival 2023 coming up 2 weeks after Rocklahoma at the same place on the same campgrounds, well, I'm going to have a live stream coming up just for you. It'll be mostly red dirt and country, and I hope you all will load up on that Tennessee whiskey and share some with me, first of all, so we can throw back a few cold ones to some red dirt country. In the meantime, now if we're going to be playing your stuff and you're going to be playing in town, well, you know what? Submit your gigs as well. Let me know where you're going to be playing so we can put you on the calendar. We can talk about it on the show. We can share your stuff on Facebook because sharing is caring, people. But I do appreciate all of you guys for your likes, your follows, your subscribes, especially on that YouTube channel. We are now putting all of our live streams on that YouTube as well, but you can also find all of our exclusive interviews on that channel, and it is easier than ever to find us. There's even, the hashtag, just Surviving Rocklahoma on YouTube, and it'll pop right up. Be sure you check out the interviews from The Who and all the other artists that are signed these guitars we're going to be giving away next month. And let's see what else we've got. So I also just want to thank our sponsors so much. First up, we got DEB Concerts. We've also got At Your Service Rentals. And I don't have awesome sound effects for them yet. Next week I will, to our new sponsors, Rocklahoma Bitches and the Big Old Bus. And don't forget, Big Old Bus is also doing a lot of stuff with our other sponsor, Camp ROK-A-VET, who has been facilitating all of those, all that medicine for those veterans. It's just such a noble thing as they continue their quest for non-profit status. And I am so glad to be working with those guys and gals. But with that, folks, we once again, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning into this live stream. Be sure to follow the page. We're going to have some more stuff coming up within the next week. Next week, I'm going to be giving away those GA passes. But until then, as always, everybody, stay on the positive side of life. And as always, rock on.